absolutely annihilate.
Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 with another Baja build. We have the Datsun 240Z. The only reason I'm using this is because I want it. It's one of the unlockable cars for getting all of the brands. So I got all of the Nissans in this case. And to be honest, I thought it was a bit of a letdown. The prize for all Lamborghinis is the Reventon. All the Ferraris is the LaFerrari, and all the Nissans is a Datsun. Yeah, but it does allow me to use it in a rally car build, and this is a very successful rally car. I mean, it's in its Safari Rally livery from 1970, where it famously won. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see how this thing will fare. We are gonna want a body kit, get bigger tires and a wider stance. We're gonna need Forza Aero, yeah. We're gonna get mud flaps and the proper lights. Look at that, it even saves 4 pounds by adding lights to it. They must be made out of helium. We want some off-road race tires. Bring up to 255s, not terrible. 265s at the back. Okay. I mean, it could be worse. Could be worse. So if we go down here, just put all these parts on, we want everything here. Weight reduction is already very light. We're bringing it down to 2,100 pounds. That's good. And then the stock engine is definitely not going to be enough because the turbocharger puts it halfway through B class. So we're going to need an engine swap. We have the 3.2 liter i6, 6.2 liter V8, the racing 2JZ, turbo rally engine, and the inline 6-twin turbo. You know what? This one is lighter, actually. This one brings the weight down to 2,100 pounds. We'll do that. And then we can bring some weight down even more. We might get this thing below 2,000 pounds if we keep going this way. So if we then put all these weight-saving parts on, just try to get every ounce out, and then just shove power into it. We can't do that. We can do that. And then, not that. So then we go over here, put the diff in, so I don't forget. Put that in. We're not quite going to be below 3,000 pounds, but it's going to be close. Oh, that's not nice. You're going to do me dirty like this? You're going to do me dirty with the parts? There we go. There we go. So our final total is 486 horsepower, 350 foot-pounds of torque, but very, very light. With all-wheel drive, it's 2,000 pounds. And it's got full aero. This might be like the Celica. I think that's going to be its main rival. The Celica is also very light and all-wheel drive and a rally vehicle, but not very powerful. So, I have no clue what's going to happen here. What I do know is that our target time is a 2:26.4 set by that Maserati Indy car, which is still incredibly fast. Every time I see that, it's just ridiculous, because I never expected that car to be that fast, and now it's apparently unbeatable. Nothing's gotten close at all. So we'll have to see how this goes. I'm not expecting this to do all that well. This is a relatively power-focused track. I mean, it's not the most important thing, but let's just say those that don't have a lot of power do struggle. The last time we did a Datsun here, it was pathetic, and it's in last place by quite a margin. So, yeah, I'm not so sure about this. That was a weird flight path. For a little bit wide, but not bad. It has a decent amount of grip. And the acceleration, because of the gear ratios, the very short gear ratios, we're nearly topping out at 130. It's very good acceleration for what power it has. Yeah, we're getting up to 108 miles an hour. That's actually very good. And then you can carry the speed. Yeah, that's nice. I'm impressed with that. I'm very impressed with that. We can brake late. This curve weight of just nothing may help us out. I mean, we're going to have to see in the finale, the final run. just to see how fast it can go, but it feels nice to drive. I like how this thing handles. It's very adaptive, okay? It's not quick, only 118 miles an hour down the straightaway, but I never thought this was going to be quick. It's good accelerating. You can see it's good to the 65 miles an hour. It makes the jump beautifully. We're a little bit off keel here, but it's not a terrible off keel moment. It's better than some that we've had. Yeah, this is responsive, how I would describe it. It is very responsive. There we go. It turns in nicely. It's got decent sized tires, not the biggest, not as big as the Cyclones, for instance, but it does the job, and because it is so light, it has good acceleration, the handling's nice, the turning's nice, brakes are good. All in all, a solid vehicle. Whether or not that's fast, I have no clue. There's a difference between a good car to drive and a fast car. I did not like how the Maserati drove. Its brakes were subpar in my opinion. But it was very quick once you got the smoothness right. The smoothness between the corners to minimize the necessity of those terrible brakes. So we'll see how this thing fares. And it is... It's good. It's good. Yeah. It's in third right now. Yeah, it's in third. Beat the Defender by 1/10 of a second. It's a few hundredths of a second behind the Cyclone. And that's on his first run. It was a very good first run, I will concede. That was a very clean, smooth run that is not normal for first runs, but still. A first run is third. Now, granted, it doesn't mean we still have to shave off 4 seconds, and that was a very good run. So now all I have to do is be more aggressive, which inevitably leads to slower runs, being more aggressive because you overdrive the car. I mean, it's impressive. It's very impressive. I was not expecting a podium, certainly right off the bat. We're a little bit wide, because now I'm going to have to push it harder, and that invites the opportunity of overdriving the vehicle, braking a little too late, and carrying too much speed. Like, you see, that's a much better run through there. We kept it in fourth. We carried the speed by running a wider apex. Look at that. That's just ridiculous. That's 64 miles an hour through the long hairpin. And we're flat out through there with a little bit of a slide, and then we cut off. Okay. We've had a problem. I don't think this run is going to be any faster now. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be our experimentation run. We finally had a... Actually, we finally had a front flip. Look. Yeah, this is not... Yep. There we go. That's a way around the hair. Oh, this run is bad. We carry good speed through there. This is only about pushing 110%. We did about 90% the last run. This will be 110%. You see, that's a little way on the brakes. And that's okay, because we've already front-flipped the vehicle, so it doesn't matter. We've already front-flipped, we've already missed a checkpoint. It doesn't matter how bad this run is, because it's not going to be competitive anyway. So you might as well just absolutely send it 120, 110%, and see what works. This is experimentation time. And look, we can carry a lot more speed here. We're just smoother. Look at that. I think we actually might want fourth through there. We're good. Okay. Where else can we make up time? I don't know. This section was pretty smooth here. There we go. Just smooth. We actually lifted off a little through that corner. We didn't try and go flat out. If you go flat out, sometimes that can lead to going wide and actually losing speed. If you carry the speed by doing a little bit of throttle control, a little bit of coasting, And it's a lot nicer, and you see that we carry a lot more speed. And we carry a lot more speed through there. We hit the fence, it isn't ideal. However, I think we have a better consensus. Just for reference, by the way, that is faster than the Renault and the Forsberg by a second. And, it flipped and had to reverse for a section of the run. Just in case you're wondering how slow those two vehicles were. But we made all of our mistakes that last run. We can't afford any more. You can't do that. That's bad. This has to be a combination of the first run and the experience learned in the second run. Because now we have to get this spot on. I don't think we can shave 4 seconds off, but we can definitely beat the Mercury. We can definitely score a second. Can we go sub 230 though? That's the real question. The Mercury is a pretty safe benchmark if I don't screw anything up. So I think a sub 230 is the goal. You just have to be smooth and you have to be a little bravery. When we drove at 90% last time, kind of go up to 98.5. Not quite as smooth through there, but we kept it in 4th. Not quite as smooth. Carried good speed through there. A little bit of sideways. And then flat out through there. Now don't hit the thing. There we go. Nicely done. Shifted down into 4th for the bump. We had a little bit of a rough landing, rougher than the first one, but it's still smooth. We still carried a decent amount of speed, just not as good as the first run. And then don't slide around too much. We learned that from previous runs in other vehicles. It's sliding around up there is bad. We got it. We got it. That, I don't know how we got those checkpoints. That was a bit sketchy. That was a bit terrifying. But we made it. And we smooth up here, and then we use the banking a little bit to help turn us. I was hoping to do a little bit more turning on the landing, but I couldn't get it straightened out in time. There we go. Carrying mega speed through here. And absolutely sending it through the trail section. There we go. Keep it in 2nd. I like that run. That was a good run through there. Come on, baby. A little bit more to go. A little bit more. Good. We made it. That was scary. I've been getting so lucky with these checkpoints. I have no clue how I've gotten so lucky on this run. Will it be enough, though? I might have actually screwed myself with the, weird checkpoints. Look, we're a bit off. We're fine. And we are across the line. Is it enough? Come on, baby. Come on. Yes! Yes! Oh, we beat the Mercury by a second. We beat it by a second, a 229, sorry, 0.4. That'll put it in the 2nd place. It's still 3 seconds off the Maserati, but it's a second faster than the Mercury. Oh, that was a scary run. Every single checkpoint I thought I had missed, and yet I was clipping it by, like, the mirror or the front bumper. Oh, that run was about 80% skill or luck, 20% luck, or maybe it's the other way around, because, oh, that was a little frightening. But the Fairlady did it. The Datsun did it. Oh. Okay. And breathe. And breathe. That's a great handling car. It gets all of its speed through the corners. You saw us carrying 80 miles an hour through the trail section. It had good hairpins. It had good acceleration out of them because the gear ratios and the light weights. It didn't have the straight line speed of the Maserati or the Defender, but it did it. Anyway, that will be it for this episode of Forza Horizon 5, and I'll be back with more.